for everybody to get in here. So.
Everybody, nobody's expecting anything. It's a surprise.
You can always get on my phone if you want to see the chat.
Oh, I forgot about that.
When people come in, I mean, you'll see it, but you won't see it as well because it's down low.
Okay.
So
We haven't done a live stream in like over a year, 2 years. No, way over a year.
We haven't done a whole lot in about a year, so.
No, Reds too. We haven't done anything in probably closer to 3 years, if you really think about it. Because while I was pregnant is when we started kind of fizzling out.
Text Jerry on there. Let him know. Go live when we got headed down there, so he'd be watching for it. So. Well, have to see. We got a tired baby in the back. About to go to sleep.
This is kind of usually his morning nap time.
We are
full foot up there.
Headed south in Missouri to go get us a cow. So
What kind of cow?
the kind that has milk.
Remember how to. Oh, bless you.
What are you doing, Red? Try and go night-night?
We'll wait to get on there until.
Do what?
Well, I don't want it on your phone.
Oh. So somebody's in here now. Might have been us. Might have been you when you clicked on it.
No, because I went out of it.
Okay.
Not sure.
Well, if you click on it, you'll just see the chat. We can see who's in there.
Butler Family Farm. Hey!
Hey, Jerry, Susan. So we are headed down south. We'll actually be passing close by your place, not right by it, but close. So we're gonna head down south, Missouri, Cassville area, and go get our cow. So that's where we're headed right now.
I think it is playing on your. There, I cannot do that. I like hear us playing back in the screen. Emma Margaret, hello, good morning. We are doing just kind of a. We haven't done a live stream for. We were just talking about probably like 3 years because I don't think we were doing.
So it's probably been 2 years
Like
since we've done a
weekly
live.
Together Homestead live.
Yeah, we were
in the
doing
morning.
Wednesdays, I think, and life got busy with the kids and just moving and things happening and just different direction in our lives. So we
Thank you.
we kind of put YouTube on hold for about a year, and then we decided that it was kind of time to get things going again.
We've
And
already got people trolling this.
huh?
I've had to delete 2 messages already. Interesting. Yeah, so we took kind of a big break, but if we're gonna be in the truck for a solid 2.5 hours, like may as well go live.
Say 2.5, 3 hour drive down here to get our new dairy cow. So here's a fun thing we can do. I guess we could take suggestions on a name for this cow. We have not picked out a name yet. Currently her name is Paprika on her registered papers, or Seven or Siete is what they call her. So we haven't picked out a name yet, but we're gonna go pick her up today and then get back. Once we get back, we have to drop the cow off and calf, because we got the cow and her calf that's on her now. And then our oldest son has a baseball game as well. So once we get back, we're going to drop the cow and calf off, make sure they're good to go, and then we'll have to actually turn around and head right back down south, past where we came back from, and go to a baseball game. So
I've had to remove 2 people.
Huh.
That's bizarre. We never had that before. I wonder if this is like a bigger.
probably just because we're new back at it again.
I don't know.
So,
That's crazy.
so who all's in the chat? There's 8 people in there.
Yeah, I don't even know Hello from Florida.
Is that Jim or?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
GZ. Did you get that thing oiled down? What the heck? I'm thinking we're gonna have to. I don't know. Struggling here.
Got several people making comments in there that.
Yes, a lot of miles today, and unfortunately, kind of double the same direction miles.
Yes.
We told our son that we were gonna just, as we're coming back with the cow, we'll just stop by and watch the game with the cow. He said that would be awesome.
I didn't feel like leaving the cow and the calf in the trailer for 2 hours during the baseball game. I didn't feel like that'd be fair to them, so we're gonna go ahead and take them home and get them dropped off in the pasture and stuff and all settled in, and then head back down south to Nevada area for a baseball game. So
yeah, we're really excited to bring her to the homestead, but I guess I don't know how everybody else feels, but like a big change on the homestead always kind of makes me a little bit nervous. A new animal, kind of a new routine. We have dairy goats, so we're not entirely new to the milking situation, but definitely change and lots of things to learn. Emma Margaret says they're in Indiana.
okay.
GZ says, I love road trips, I love cows. No beef cattle. So actually she's coming with a steer with her. That was her calf, and so that will be raised for our beef. We usually raise a few steers up for beef, but
we did 4 last year, and we were gonna do 6 this year, but with the price of cattle and stuff as high as it is, it just didn't make sense for us to go buying 4 to 6 steers this year to sell them and basically just pay for a beef. So instead we bought, and she's a registered Jersey, but she was bred and had a calf out of a South Pole bull, and she's hopefully, Lord willing, she's bred back again. How old are y'all?
you probably do best just to not read the comments. We're old enough to be married and have kids.
I was gonna say.
It's blurry. It might be blurry just because we're kind of going to be going in and out of good cell service. Sorry. If it gets pretty bad, we can always just jump off and be done. But
that's a bummer.
yeah, well, this area is going to be kind of, and pretty much all the way down here will be in and out of good Wi-Fi. And you can see, like right now we're just that LTE. It keeps going back and forth between LTE and 5G. So
You can always get on my other phone and turn the hotspot on and connect it to the hotspot if you want.
I don't even know how to do all of that.
So we may try to connect to the hotspot on my work phone and see if that helps our signal a little bit. So bear with us. What's your kids' names? Right.
Personal hotspot. Okay. Wi-Fi password is.
I don't know.
Who set that up?
Probably Hunter. So
Not headed to Joplin. Definitely headed south though.
who was asking that?
Live in Springfield. Well, we don't go. Do we go through Springfield?
Not quite. There's a big old Tom Turkey strut on the side of the road.
Yep.
No, we'll actually get off before Springfield. We'll be headed down through Sarcoxie, Missouri, Sarcoxie and Monette, and then kind of south and east of there a little bit still. So that's where we're headed to.
For those that have just joined, we're headed to pick up our new dairy cow. Oh gosh, I don't know what I just did. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I can do the Wi-Fi while we're live though.
I don't know. Right now it shows
Let's
5G, so.
Yeah, it's better. Let's see if I can put it up to the top here real quick and see what happens. I have to go to my setting. Will help. Okay.
Hopefully that makes things a little clearer.
So we connected to Glenn's personal hotspot on his other phone, so hopefully that will fix the blurriness, but we'll see.
So we did wake up to a surprise this morning.
Oh yeah.
One of our dairy goats, we had two that still hadn't kidded yet.
Right.
And one of them, we knew she had at least 2 in her, but could have suspected 3. She had 3 last year for her first time. And I was driving down the driveway this morning, headed over to a neighbor's to grab his trailer. I borrowed his cattle trailer this morning instead of using the horse trailer. And looked in the pasture, and there were 3 more little brown spots. So baby girl goats this time, little does, so doelings. So we've
might be better.
Definitely more than doubled our herd of goats right now. So if anybody's looking for goats,
it's glitching and blurry still. I don't know what the deal is. It's like it goes in and out of being good and then rough. So we won't stay on very long. Just a little bit, and then we'll turn it off. We usually do our live streams at home, and the internet's
yeah, Jerry, 44 to 37 down to Cassville area. Yep. So we'll miss you by just a little bit.
Where's their house or their place?
They're down around, I believe, down around Carthage area.
Oh, okay. Bye, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, if anybody's looking for dairy goats, my goodness, I've got a couple that we're gonna hang on to, and then everything else will be up for grabs. Obviously, the does are in milk, and then they'll have. I'm trying to sell them with the kids on them. That would be obviously best case scenario for everybody, but if not, I mean, obviously that increases the price, so somebody may not want the kids, they may not need the kids, they may just want the does and milk, so it may end up that we have a lot of chores for a quick minute, milking a cow and doing the bottle goat situation, but either way, we just want them to go to a good home, and we don't need the feed bill forever.
So 3 of the does will be available, and then all the babies. So
Butler Family Farm says we are in Stark City, east of Neosho.
okay. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking you were down in Carthage area, Jerry, but I were wrong.
He says you need to let it run the whole time. That way you get the hours. I can't talk for 2.5 hours 2 times.
As long as people are in there and in the chat and stuff and asking questions and talking, then I'm good with it. I just don't know that I have 6 hours worth of conversation in me.
Right.
On a live stream. I can't even talk to my wife for 6 hours.
I plan on taking a nap.
Say, Rhett, he's already headed for a nap. So.
Well, this is usually his nap time. He doesn't last too long when he wakes up in the morning. It's a few hours later, and he's taking his morning nap. So, unfortunately, he's not big enough to stay home like a big boy. So, yeah, for the next 8 years or so, he's with us.
But we definitely do need the watch hours, Jerry. So we are still lacking about 500 hours from being monetized.
He says you can do what we do, just turn it to show the road. How many kids do we have? We have 4 boys. What kind of kids are we talking about?
So we're talking goat kids, or are we talking?
I have 4
children.
Human kids, and we have 7 goat kids. I know what they're probably asking about kids, but it's just funny because we literally have a bunch of goat kids everywhere. Oh, look at all the clover in that field.
Mm-hmm.
It's all purple.
Not for long, the farmers will have it all tilled up and tilled under, and soon it'll be corn or beans.
She says children. I figured. I mean, if I was a farmer, I don't think a field full of clover is probably very profitable, but it is pretty to drive by and see in the spring. I just love the spring as everything's starting to bloom and starting to turn green again. I like it. And we have chicks right now and goat kids right now. So just all of the new little life is exciting.
I say for the new ones to the channel, obviously we got the goats, we've got a cow coming, we have horses, chickens, a
Butler
puppy.
Family Farm says, be right back, have to change the diaper on the goat.
Yeah, they've got a little goat that's living in their house with them.
That's funny.
I forget its name. I've seen it. It's been all over. They've had it all over their channel. Usually when they go live, it's usually sitting in Jerry's lap or something.
That's funny.
Jan, it's been down at Jan and Simply Jan Homestead. They've had it down there, and
Why is it inside?
I don't know if the mama just didn't take it, wasn't nursing it. I don't know if it was not doing well, but they've got it in the house now with a diaper.
That is humorous. If it's got a diaper on, though, there really wouldn't be any trouble with me on that.
I would not want a goat in the house.
If it's got a diaper, it's fine. Be so sweet. They jump and they're funny. Sheep are kind of the same way. We had sheep for a minute. He let them out the gate, and it's almost like they have something to jump over, so they like run and jump to get out, and the little baby goats are like that too. They just jump all around. It's so funny.
So we tried the sheep, and it wasn't bad, but it added a lot more workload to us that we weren't quite ready for, so we did end up selling the sheep and everything, getting rid of them, and figured we'll just stick to the goats and stuff for now, and the horses.
You know, if you didn't have a job away from the farm, it would be a little bit different, but when, at the time, our kids were in public school, he had a job, still the same, you know, nothing changed there, and trying to do rotational grazing, so moving those fences, and obviously he could probably go out there and do it by himself, but it's a lot of work to do all on your own. It's a lot nicer if you have somebody that's there to kind of help herd the sheep into the new area, put up the new fence, that kind of thing. It's not terrible, but it is a lot of work, and when you've got kids in sports and you're working and kids aren't home all the time because they're at school and sports and stuff, then you ask them to help you. It's just too much.
Greg Judy made it look easy.
Yeah, well, that's his probably only
Greg Judy
job.
has other farm hands helping him as well,
Yeah.
that are full-time employees. So for him, it wasn't too bad, but he's moving, I don't know how many sheep, probably over 1,000 head of sheep, and then he's got 400 head or so of South Pole cattle that he moves daily. So I was moving mine every 2 days, 2 to 3 days, to try and help with the parasites and stuff, and it just got to be a lot more work than I wanted.
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
That's not typically what he calls us, though. I wonder if it's Lisa.
What's it say?
It says a pop-up live. Hi, Wyatt. It says a pop-up live by the cutest homesteading couple on YouTube, but that's not typical. So, the sheep situation, I don't know. I think it was a neat concept, and maybe it'll be for us down the road, but it just is not the right time right now. Oh, Mom's on. Hi. And it would definitely have to be something where you're full-time there. But then we got to thinking too, like, we don't travel very often, but on occasion we like to do, you know, an overnight trip with the kids somewhere, or, you know, like once a year we'll go on a trip. And so then when you do anything that requires you to be away from your homestead for overnight, then you have to have somebody to, I mean, all the chores, the list gets so long, and it's stressful.
Same with the cow. That was our biggest concern with getting this dairy cow that we're going to pick up right now. It's just that,
oh, there it is.
she's got to be milked, if you're not calf sharing, she's got to be milked twice a day, which we do plan to calf share with her for, at the beginning at least, until we get our feet wet with it, and then we may pull the calf off.
Wyatt says, "Can I have some dairy goats?" You're a disaster, son. Why are you not? Hey, it is 9:20. That TV should be off, and you should be doing your homeschool stuff. Why are you on your phone?
Say math and English, boy.
There it is. Jesse says, "What a pop-up live to the cutest little house on the prairie couple on YouTube." So that's what Jesse always calls us, because I love Little House on the Prairie, and so that's what he always calls us. It's funny. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah, Jesse, we figured if we were going to be in the truck for the next 2.5 hours driving, we might as well do a live and try to get some of these watch hours built up. So that's what we're doing.
So when we first started YouTube, I don't know when, however many years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, the channel grew pretty quick. We were doing just basically like a vlog of everything we were doing, setting up our homestead at our first property we had bought, and we did weekly live streams, and everything was going really good, but it just kind of got to where it was a little bit much and we needed to take a break. And then of course when I got pregnant with Rhett, we were just busy and I didn't have time for it, and so we just kind of put it to the side. And then here in the last month or so, we've started back up, and we really want to kind of finish pushing to grow our channel. If the Lord's willing, we'd like to get it to where that's some sort of an income source, and eventually down the road we hope that we can all be home and generating an income off of our homestead, obviously, just to be raising our kids together and that kind of thing.
Sure. Change.
Jesse says they call it watch hours because we have to do for hours. That's painful. I'm so sorry.
We've all been there though. All the channels that were trying to get monetized, we were running everybody's playlists and stuff on multiple devices, trying to get people's watch hours built up, and they were doing the same for us as well. But then we kind of, like we said, stopped for about a year and took a break. So just got busy with life, the kids, and all of them were, I don't know if you just said that, all of them were in school.
Yeah.
And sports and everything, but now 3 of the 4 are home, and Lord willing, soon to be 4 of 4 will be homeschooled and finish out, hopefully. So that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, we tried homeschooling when we first moved out to the country a couple years ago, and at the time it was the right idea but the wrong timing, and so it was a bummer. So I sent them back to school and regretted it nonstop, just because I was like, oh, I already had them pulled out and sent them back. But the Lord's provided us another opportunity, and it's working out. Now I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't send them kids back for nothing. Jesse says, that's a great looking hat you have on there, Glenn. It looks exactly like mine. Oh man. Yeah, one of these days I want to get some more hats made, and I'd like to get some t-shirts, a couple of t-shirts made. My mom made us. You have a t-shirt and a sweatshirt? Oh, I think I have a t-shirt.
I don't have a t-shirt. I have a hoodie.
You have a sweatshirt. I think I have the t-shirt, but it's big because I was pregnant with Rhett. So, and then we have our Together Homestead mug. That's really cute.
Had 2 of them. Somebody broke hers.
I didn't break it. It broke.
She broke it.
No, I don't think I put it in the dishwasher. I don't know what happened. The handle of it started separating from the mug, so it was done for. And
so is it still blurry, or is it?
It doesn't look blurry.
Right
No, I'm
now?
watching it on your phone, so I think it's good. It's good. Oh wow! I didn't know your truck did that. Did you see that? If you turn on the blinker, the like backup camera
only when you have a trailer on.
shows up. That's
It shows you the side view, so if anybody's in your blind spot, it actually shows the whole trailer down the side of the truck and everything. So that way you don't get over into somebody's lane and run them off the road.
Yeah. So that would have been fun to video, but I didn't do it. I'll do it another time.
What?
So we've started making this whipped tallow face cream. My mom had mentioned to me, asked if I had heard anything about this tallow face cream stuff. I guess I miss a lot of the trendy stuff just because I am busy doing homeschool and that kind of thing. Hey, Stacks Farmstead. Gosh, I'm gonna have to slow down. I'll end up saying someone's name funny because I can't see it. It's down here. Stacks Farmstead. I almost said family. So she mentioned it to me. I did some research online and found some recipes, and we started making this whipped tallow face cream. And I am not saying this just because I'm selling it. Like I made it and I tried it out for a little bit before I decided that I was going to sell it. That stuff is the most moisturizing cream I think I've ever put on my face. And so you put it on, and at first it feels kind of oily, and I was nervous because I thought, oh great, here we go, like this is gonna break my face out. And then within a few minutes, it's all soaked into your skin, and it's so soft, and it stays. It's not like you put it on, it's soft, and a couple hours later your skin is dry. It's wonderful. So we've been making that and selling it. So far we haven't really like broke into that market, but we've a lot of local support, and then we've given some away on a couple live streams, and then other people's live streams.
So you've only been selling it for about a month.
Yeah.
And probably sold 50 jars or so.
I think it's
so
doing
far.
pretty well.
So it's not doing terrible, but it's not blown up either yet. So
well, we set up an Etsy account to sell it. That was another idea for an income source, and I don't know. Etsy might just be an absolute joke. Like, we are so far down the line on there. Like, I don't think somebody would find us if their life depended on it to buy it. But Lisa started using the pork tallow, but I hate it when she uses it because it smells like bacon, and she hates it when I lick her face. Jesse, I don't know how you come up with this stuff. Yes, we did send one to Butler Family Farm's sister, and I don't know.
It wasn't Lisa's sister, but it was. No, they had the same last name.
It's Butler Family Farms was
I know,
their
but
sister.
The one we donated to Jesse and Lisa, the gal that ended up winning it on their live had the same last name,
yes,
the Zimmerman name, as Lisa did. That was her maiden name. So they joked that it was Lisa's sister,
gotcha.
though it wasn't. We were like, what is this? Everybody's sister's winning our stuff on their lives?
Well, and so, I don't think that your sister has got hers yet. I was checking. We use they're making a bad deal here. We use Pirate Ship, and so I have like a whole list on there of everywhere I've sent them and the update on it. And I sent one out to Dale and Lisa. Well, they ordered one, and theirs left Adrian, went to Kansas City, and it's still in Kansas City. So I don't know if it just maybe didn't get scanned and it really is on the road, or they've lost it. I don't know. But that one is kind of just sitting. And then all of the other ones have actually made forward progress, but I don't think they've been delivered yet. And I sent out Jesse and Lisa's this morning. I think that was one this morning. So one.
Oh, I thought that one went out the other day. I don't know.
No, I think it was this morning. Yeah, I know it was this morning. And what state are Jesse and Lisa in?
Texas.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So actually, both of the boxes I sent out this morning are going to Texas, because a friend of ours ordered one. Yeah, I knew as soon as I said they were in Texas, I knew I was going to be wrong, but I was right. I always kind of second guess myself on that kind of stuff. Oh, look, here's where we'll be going tonight.
Yeah.
Beta baseball.
Yeah, we've got a busy day today. A lot of drive time, a lot of windshield time, and
Oh, Creekside Maples. Hello. Good
Hey,
morning.
Tony and Joni.
This isn't going to be like some super awesome, interesting live stream. We're just trying to visit and catch some watch hours while we're on the road. So we've been talking about when we want to do our live streams. Like, we used to have a set day and time that we would do it, but we just haven't decided what time's going to work, because obviously Glenn works outside of the home, and so his schedule kind of changes, you know, based on need. And then I homeschool the boys, and so we thought we might do it on
We were thinking Monday mornings,
Mondays.
but it would have to be like an earlier Monday morning before the boys were all up and around and at it, and that way it could still kind of somewhat be quiet, because once they get up, it's definitely not quiet and it's chaotic. So not sure how many people we would have on there on Monday mornings, but it would have to probably be somewhere around, I don't know, 6 o'clock to be on there for an hour.
I think
So
7 to 8.
trying to
would be
talk
much better.
somebody into getting up early though.
Monday mornings is like, you getting gas? Monday mornings is kind of like a weekend for me, because our public school system where we are, they switched to 4-day school weeks. And so since our oldest is in public school and they don't have school on Monday, we follow the same schedule for homeschool. Just that way, when one is out of school, we're all together. And like, that's still kind of a sleep-in morning. Now, by sleep-in, I mean like 7 or 8, nothing crazy. But it's, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. That means I'd have to get up before that. No, I don't know about it. We'll see. We'll maybe do like, I think we need to do like a 7 a.m. Monday morning. That would probably be better. So Tony and Joni, I have been so jealous watching some of your guys' videos of this fresh maple syrup. I have bought like regular, actual, factual maple syrup for a long time, but I am the only one in the house that uses it. Everybody else wants the big name brand garbage. It's not even real maple syrup. And so I just finally let it go, and I buy it and consume it for myself. Well, then recently we were at a friend's house, and she made, Glenn and I are like big time coffee drinkers. Maybe not compared to other people, but too much coffee. And so we were at her house, and she made us evening coffee, which Glenn and I don't do every night, but we love when we do. And so she makes, I like going to other people's houses and see how they make their coffee. She makes this coffee. She pulls out the maple syrup, and what else she put? Like heavy cream, and I think she topped it with whipped cream too. It was amazing, like so stinking good. So then now Glenn is hooked on maple syrup too. So maple syrup goes in our coffee and we're running through maple syrup like crazy. The syrup is so good this year. I think it is, oh my gosh, high sugar content in the sap makes great syrup. That's awesome. Jessica, I will not be there. I'm retired and I do not get up before 7. That's right. I'm saying it. And if I am up before 7, which I am during the week anyways, it's not on a dang live stream. It's drinking my coffee, trying to wake up. Maple syrup is good on everything. So we use maple syrup obviously on things like pancakes or French toast, that kind of stuff. Well, actually, I can't say we. I use maple syrup on French toast, but I eat my French toast different than the rest. Glenn does like a powdered sugar, and I don't think he does any syrup. And then, so pancakes, French toast, and in our coffee, but that's about it. What else do you put maple syrup on? We do honey. My brother and sister-in-law have honeybees, and so we get honey from them. In fact, I just went and bought 2 gallons of honey from them because I use honey on like everything. In the morning, I'll put honey on my toast. We put honey in our coffee sometimes. And then a lot of times in recipes that call for sugar, I'll replace the sugar with honey. Our homemade bread has honey. Use it in cooking and on cereal. Maple syrup is maple syrup is the best on bacon. I agree. I almost can't have bacon without dipping it in maple syrup anymore. Like, kind of ruined myself. So bacon, totally. Yes, we're all in agreement. So bacon, we have bought, obviously like anyone else, store-bought bacon and have our favorite brands. And then, you know, as we've made the switch to trying to do as much homemade as we can and grow as much as we can, we've switched to farm fresh bacon. And if I'm really honest, it is just not the same. Like, I like it better. It's better on my mind because I know that it was farm raised and it's not, I don't know, who knows what's in it, that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that, but I don't know. We have a store-bought bacon that we like better. So recently a friend was telling me that they get their bacon or their hogs processed from the specific processor place, and it is the absolute best bacon they've ever had. So did any of you guys process your own or go somewhere specific that you're like, no, we've experienced it better than store-bought bacon? Because we really are considering at some point, maybe not this year since we're bringing in the cow, but maybe next spring, jumping into raising a couple of hogs just for meat. Oops. But I just feel like, what's the point if we're not going to eat the bacon? And we did the, what was that, ham steaks, and they were not good.
Yeah, we won't do those again. We would just more so rather have the sausage and stuff than...
We're talking about everywhere maple syrup goes to, because Tony and them have been making all of their, I don't know what it's called, processing, what do you call it, but bottling up all of their maple syrup.
They've been cooking it all down and bottling it up.
Make our own bacon. We haven't done it. Wow. But do you love your bacon? Do you feel like it's as good or better than store-bought? Because we really like bacon. Okay, I've missed some. I'm not trying to. I'm waiting until you get off this bumpy road so that I can set it back down. Okay, I've missed some. Hold on. Sorry.
So Together Homestead, where did they say where they're located at? Are they in Missouri?
Why did you try and pronounce that? How do you know that that's what it is? Glenn is the worst.
Because
do we want to go back?
I'll try to pronounce it. It doesn't matter if I butcher it or not.
He butchers everything, and yet I'm still like, I just refuse to say the words. Okay, now I can put this here because I know.
It can't be any worse than Jesse calling Audacity Dawning Uncle G Audio City.
Hey, you did it too.
I didn't call him Audio City. Jesse did.
Oh, I thought it was you too.
No. Jesse did it.
Well, it's really hard when you're in a live stream and you're trying to read and talk and not be like this, trying to, you know, and so I just refuse to pronounce anything that I don't know 100% what it is. And I can't tell you how many times with us being in like a customer service industry where he would call people's last name and I'm just absolutely butchering. I'm like, why did you even say that? I just refuse to even mention a name. Okay, I'm going to read on Glenn's phone. That's a little bit easier. Hey, thank you, Jesse, for moderating and putting up their links. That's fantastic. I appreciate that. I can't do any of that right now, obviously, because I'm...
So we should have brought the computer is what we should have done. We could have plugged it in the truck.
Car sick.
And then set it on the dash, and then we could have actually dropped links and brought people in on the live with us to chat.
Tony says they put maple syrup on ice cream.
I bet that's good.
Put it on my toast. Joni makes granola bars with maple syrup in them. See, my granola bar recipe, I think, has honey in it. But I think you can pretty much swap honey and maple syrup, you know, equally. Support local. Yes, we do like to support local. And I would much rather raise our own meat or pay someone else that has done it and buy off of them.
Which we've done.
Yeah.
We've bought pigs from Dale and Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farm. We bought some from them, butchered and everything, which was really nice because Dale actually travels up this way some by our place, so it worked out where he actually was able to just bring it by, so we didn't even have to go pick it up at the processor or anything. So, and we got to see him again.
We made 200 sausage from the last hogs we raised. That's awesome. Wow. Joni puts maple syrup in her tea. Yes. And we
So I put maple syrup in my coffee.
That's what I was saying. That I was the only one. I was telling him I was the only one that did like actual maple syrup until we went to Stacy's and she made us that amazing coffee. Oops, I just went away. It was really good. There we go. I don't know where we're at on here. There. Okay, now I'm all caught up. I hate that I have to look. When we're at the house doing live streams, we'll have like a computer.
We lost the baby.
Yeah, he's out.
The baby's passed out.
Tony says, we smoke all our own pork butts, smoked hams, and I use maple syrup as a coating when I smoke them. Yes, totally. So we make sweet potatoes, I would say pretty frequently at home, and I usually dice them up and coat them with maple syrup and brown sugar. I mean, you take all the healthy out of it, but
they're really good.
They're really good. For sure.
Especially when they're sweet potatoes that we've grown in our garden. Here recently we've had to buy them from the store, but we've got our slips are started and everything. We just haven't quite got the garden planted yet. That's a whole nother deal. And we were gonna plant it, lettuce and broccoli and cabbage.
All started from seed so preciously.
So we started a bunch of that, and then it snowed that night. So
that's why I literally never do a spring garden
we
like that.
We didn't know it was calling for snow. We didn't pay attention to it. I knew it was going to be a cooler evening, but those were cool. They're kind of a colder weather crop. They like the cooler temps. So I thought it would be okay. We went ahead and planted it, and then it snowed. We covered it up, but it got
squished because it like snowed on it. If it would have just frosted, it would have been fine, but it snowed, so then it just pushed that covering down on it and squished it, and like so frustrating because every time we do a garden, I never remember to get the cabbage started and
we usually get it started. We just don't get it planted in time, and then
I usually start it when it comes time to starting the tomatoes, and so then it's not like ready to go in. Or which last year we had cabbage, it just was later season cabbage, and it worked out just fine. But I was so proud of myself because it was the first time we'd ever done it all right on time for this like winter garden.
So we're not professionals.
Yeah. Gosh, when I saw that on Instagram, they got 5 inches of new snow Tuesday. So done with winter, yes.
Yeah, I think we're out of the snow.
We're getting blurry again.
Unless the Lord decides to give more snow. Why don't you put that up there?
Is that what helps?
Just sit it up there on the feeler. I don't know if that'll help or not.
Well, you can tell we kind of keep going through areas of like good internet and bad internet, and so I hooked to a Wi-Fi hotspot, hopefully to decrease this blurriness and glitchiness, but gotta get back at it, building a log bunk for the sawmill today, getting prepared for milling season. Well, thanks for stopping in, Tony. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Joni too, tell her we said hello. I don't know who's on the other end of that computer, whether it's Tony or Joni, but hi to both of you and bye to both of you.
So yeah, we've got more cabbage though that we bought instead of starting, because obviously it's too late now for us to start it from seed again, but we did buy some, so we'll get that in the ground soon, hopefully. And then we've got, he said, just so you know, Jesse just texted your phone, but he said, just so you know, something about portrait mode or something. I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know. We'll have to see. As long as you go live in portrait mode, you run a greater risk of getting bots. Well, I don't know that I'm in portrait mode. What does that mean? Up and down rather than landscape mode?
I say, can you go live the other direction?
What if I? Let me text Jesse on here. He knows everything tech-wise. I know nothing. Let me go.
I say, because we could try and turn it. We'd have to stop.
Or I would just stop the live.
We'd have to stop this live and restart it.
Let me see.
good at talking to the camera. This isn't like showbiz face.
No, brother.
So I gotta focus on the road. See. But yeah, we did. I bought about 100 onions or so, onion starts, and then we actually started some onions as well. So Jesse's saying yes, you can go with the live horizontal, but you have to switch it before you hit the live button.
Okay, well then I'm gonna probably shut this live down and start up a new one, just because trying to monitor those messages have been disastrous. So okay,
we'll be
shut
right
it
back.
down and we'll turn it right back on.